Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, please visit our website at brooksanddavis.com. As always, it's an honor and a pleasure to sit in with you, man. I have a very exciting episode planned this week. The gentleman that's sitting in with us is someone that we had to go to great lengths to have him sit in with us, and I want to thank him right now publicly for sitting in. But I'm sure a lot of the audience has noticed from our marketing promotion that the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. LarryWBrooks, is away on assignment. So today we have a very, very special co-host. This is not her first appearance here at the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I want to make sure I urge everyone to go back, and once I introduce today's co-host, go back and check her out on her previous appearance. Without any further ado, let's please introduce our co-host. Not only is she a very popular online content creator, but she is also a professional fitness athlete and, most importantly, one of the talented realtors over at the Eja Johnson Group with REMAX Generation. I want to thank her for sitting in the Texas Real Estate King seat today. Miss Krista Rochelle, how are you?
What's going on?
Come on now, give us some applause, Mike. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. How you been?
I've been great.
It's been a long time since we had you.
It's been over a year.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
So what's been going on in this last 12 months since we had a chance to talk to you?
The Eja Johnson Group has been selling. We have been going at it, trying to thrive in this Houston market right now, but we're thriving. And
you know, when we first had a chance to meet with you and sit down, when you and the rest of the team came in, you were relatively new to the group, and you were getting started in real estate, and you were working on marketing techniques and how to get the ball rolling and get your business up and running. You have had the opportunity to enjoy quite a bit of success in the last 12 months. Could you share with our audience what you've been into as far as your personal marketing and online content creation?
Man, okay, so I told the group last year I wanted to start doing more educational videos and just getting myself out there, but I was just so nervous, so scared. What if they don't like me? You know, I didn't know what content to do. So then I just started doing, let me just be me.
Right.
Let me just show them who I am. And it took off. And
so what is it about what you've been presenting as far as online that you think the public is gravitating towards? Is it that they're seeing other aspects of your life, or are they starting to see you in a different light from just a professional realtor? What is it that you think that is grabbing everyone's attention?
Well, I think not only am I 5'9", swole, and I look how I do, but I think I could come off stuck up or intimidating. So when people see me being authentic, which I'm silly, I'm free-spirited, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm goofy as hell. And so people, they just gravitate to that. And they're like, oh, you know, she's real. She's down to earth.
Hey, man, I'm really glad and proud of the fact that you have been able to take an idea that you were able to birth, follow it out, and make sure that it comes to fruition in a way that is not only added to your brand, but added to your bottom line, too, because that helps you sell more houses.
Right, yes.
So as far as all those new agents who are kind of scared to get into that online content space, could you give them just a quick piece of advice as far as not to be nervous and just jump out there?
Man, I know. I remember when I first started real estate, they would say it's just so saturated with realtors. There's so many of you guys. And instead of finding someone to be like, just figure out what you're best at and be you and dominate that niche.
And, you know, and that's why I want to thank you for being here this week, because today's guest is going to speak on some subject matter that I'm sure is near and dear to your heart as well as mine. And without any further ado, I want to introduce this week's guest. This fine gentleman. Wait. I got to stop everything. Today's episode is what I affectionately like to call the Red Light Special. The Red Light Special is when, on those rare occasions when I get to have an honorable brother of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated sitting in on the show. This fine gentleman has been an influence for me professionally and socially for more than 20 years. Not only is he a former NFL football player for the Atlanta Falcons, but he is also a proud pledging member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated Mu Sigma chapter. And right now, and most importantly, is the founder and CEO of Action Online Marketing, LLC. Give it up for my friend, Mr. Patrick Jackson. What's going on? Action.
Yes, sir. Action in the house, baby. Lights, camera, action.
Action, man. Now, look.
Yes, sir.
Okay, man, I'm going to keep it real because if Larry was here, I would ask you, how long have you known Larry? So a quick story about how long we've known each other and how far back our relationship runs, brother.
It's 98, 97, 98, I believe. I know Kendall Tober was very instrumental in for us to meet.
Right.
And he was also saying with Larry, he said, Larry, where's number 13? College jersey. And that was my college jersey, too.
Right.
Stephen F. Austin State University. And so we met. It was in a parking lot of a party or something. And I met LB, and we took pride in the number 13, and of course, Mu Sigma fraternity brothers. So it was a great time.
One of the things that I want to thank you for publicly is how you've always carried that SFA flag and the Mu Sigma Kappa Alpha Psi flag wherever you've been, even in Atlanta. In your time and your travels, it's always been about SFA. And one of the things that I was most proud of getting to meet you is that you gave me some insight into the history of fine gentlemen that had graduated from Stephen F. Austin and that were out in the world doing great things.
Right.
And that connective tissue that you provided for our chapter is something that I want to make sure I let you know that I appreciate, and I'm sure all the other brothers appreciate as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about the time when I first met you because I was first introduced to you as, of course, Patrick Jackson, member of Kappa Alpha Psi. They always used to say, New played in the NFL. And, I had met other gentlemen who had played in the NFL and had retired at that point. But the way that you carried yourself from a professional standpoint, and this was back, like I said, 97, 98, before the word brand was something that was on everyone's lips. You carried yourself as a businessman and not as a retired athlete. So I want to ask you, first and foremost, with Action Online Marketing, what idiosyncrasy or inefficiency did you see that caused you to found your company, and what platform was it based on?
Well, I found the company in 2009, but in the early 90s when I got hurt, and that was the end of the career, I had to go back to my 7th grade nickname coming from Coach Billy Beasley, and that was Action Jackson. So action was the mantra, make it happen. So I knew that even when I was playing, I said, you know what I want to do? I want to move to New York and cold call every building, every floor in every building in New York City.
Oh, wow.
And I was living in Columbus, Ohio at the time.
But
I got hurt again, and I moved back to Texas. But the action, the nickname, that stayed with me because to me, that's me.
Right.
So the making the transition, of course, 2009, that was a time frame from probably 96 to 2008. I was uncomfortable being called Action. I just felt like, man, I'm not living up to it. And then Les Wilson said, we're going to call your company and your website I Am Action Jackson and Action Jackson. So that's
the thing. You so modest that you fast forward all the way to when you started the company. But the thing that I think will resonate with our audience is that transitional period. When you retire from something that puts you in the spotlight, like being a professional athlete, sometimes that transition can be rough for a lot of gentlemen that I've had the opportunity to meet. What was it that, from a business mindset standpoint, or was there someone that set you on your business course? Because from 98 to 2009, that's 10 years that if you had made different decisions,
right,
your life could have took a different turn.
Exactly.
So what was it about that transitional stage the day after you played your last game?
It was knowing that I want to be business. I want to be in business. I want to, yes, I love football, I love the game, but when it was over, I just love life. I enjoy life. I enjoy, again, that go back to that action. I had 13 hours left to finish my degree. And so I said, that summer, I went and took all 13 hours back at Stephen F. Austin.
And what year was this?
That was 94, August of 94.
So you went back after your career was
Yes,
over and
yes.
finished your degree.
Yes.
And that's something that's so tough for so many people to do because who wants to be? I don't want to be the old guy on campus.
Exactly.
I don't want to. I don't want to be 28 around a bunch of 18-year-olds.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going through that now.
Oh wow! Please
Yeah,
elaborate.
because I went straight to the military fresh out of high school. So
Right.
now I'm 27.
Okay.
I'm a realtor.
Right.
I don't need my degree. My mama would really like me to have a degree.
Right.
But that wanting to go back to school and humble myself enough to be like, yeah, I'm older. Yeah, I'm a little further behind, but let me go ahead and do it.
And see, and it's funny, Noop, just like Miss Rochelle was talking about, how were you able to get past those mental roadblocks?
Well, it was a 2-year period from 92 to 94. I mean, I was still trying to work out and get in the league. I'm floundering. I'm like, man, I'm staying at my mom's house. And I just made up my mind. I said, I got to get this, finish this degree, 13 hours short. And then I was starting life insurance sales. And I was in the corporate America, but I was like, man, I'm not feeling this. You know, the 9 to 5 is great for people that loves it in corporate America. But for me, I felt like I was psychologically unemployed. I said, I got to be able to make my own rules and go out here and shake hands, kiss babies, and do what I had to do.
Right.
And so after I got that degree in August 94, I moved back to Tyler for about a month, moved to Dallas, and that cold calling spirit of let me hit every building, network and hit every building. And that's what kind of drove me, kind of like the same energy I put in playing football, running routes. I was a wide receiver, running routes the whole nine. That kept me, and that's what made me thrive as far as getting the business started.
Right.
And coaches, my high school coaches, really.
You know, it's funny because I want to ask you this, Miss Kristen, because from what you just mentioned, it could be a similar transition when someone retires from the military. Have you seen people that you may have served with that are transitioning and seen them struggle? And is it something similar to what Mr. Jackson is describing, that I'm out, I don't quite know what to do with myself feeling?
I think we all struggle when getting out of the military somewhat. They try their best to, in the transition unit, you go through a period where they kind of what you do with football players. But I think once we actually get into the civilian lifestyle, it's, oh my God, I no longer have that person to tell me wake up at 4 o'clock, be here at 9 o'clock, be here at 11. So it's just an overall lifestyle change. Thankfully, I had my mom, who's also in real estate, and I followed after her footsteps and then found my own passion in fitness. But it didn't happen overnight.
You know, and that's what makes your story, Noob, so powerful, is that there are so many people who may not have played sports but go through the same things. And I think the more we share these type of stories, the more we can unite. Right. Because the more people realize that they're not an island, there are other people that feel the same way that I feel are going through similar things, the more we can open up our mind to educate ourselves. So now I want to talk to you a little bit about action online marketing, because in the time I've known you to be one of the most dogged professional marketers out there. You talked about how you felt like you needed to be out there shaking hands and kissing babies, but I don't think people understand you are one of the most charismatic business people that someone will ever have the opportunity to meet. So I want to ask you, what part of the way you market your business is professional, or how much of it is your sports swag that's starting to just creep out in your professional life?
You know, it's amazing because my business is pretty much, I call it under the radar. 90% of my business is dealing with keywords, dealing with research, up at night to 4 in the morning. But when I do a lot of speaking, keynote speaking for different organizations and all of that. So I'm a Leo. My public profile. I love getting out and, you know, being social, butterfly, and the whole nine. But I'm a connector at heart.
Right.
And Action Online Marketing, I've done everything from e-commerce to Amazon stores to blogging. And now I guess the main part of my business is affiliate marketing, where you connect a product to the customer. They buy it. It's a win for them. I get paid a commission from the company. It's a win for me.
Right. Now, one of the things that I think you're doing that's so powerful is that you're bringing that affiliate marketing knowledge that you have, and you're bringing it to the retired athlete sector.
Yes.
What have you found has been, how receptive have your connections from the athletic community been to getting involved in affiliate marketing, doing some work from home type incorporating and starting companies that are home-based businesses?
It's very receptive up front. And I tell them, I said, this is a simple business, not an easy business. It's a simple business. It's simple because you can just cut your computer on, find a company that offers affiliate programs, sign up. It's free to sign up. Amazon, all these different companies have these affiliate programs. Sign up for them. Now you have a unique link tied to your name. You can, position that link on social media, promote it, get eyeballs on it. If someone buys, you get paid. However, they think it's more to it than that. No, it's not easy because you do have to research keywords. You do have to research. So the guys, a lot of times, they'll call me. I say, do step 1, step 2, step 3. Call me at step 4. They call me at step 2.
No, but it's funny because, Newt, man, and I'm saying this. I've told you this privately, and I'll tell you this publicly.
Right.
Bringing these things to light, you don't know what you don't know. So being able to provide this outlet for some people, even if they don't follow up with you and take it to the end, you're giving guys an option that may have thought they didn't have any options.
Right.
So what we're going to do is, if you don't mind, when we come back from our break, I want to talk to you a little bit about specific at-home businesses that you've presented to members of your consumer base and constituency, and what it is that you think is causing everybody from just jumping in with both feet.
Got you.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. We're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsors, but we'll be right back.
I'm serial entrepreneur Larry W. Brooks. And